Looking at the antics of this guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he was unalived somewhere in the near future. What's up, it's your boy Cintron, coming back at you with another analysis video. And I kid you not, that's my real name. And I'm not gonna have any videos or links describing this guy. If you want to search him out and see what the situation is, search awful streamer gets kicked out of Japan, and it'll be in the recent news. And some say Somali, some say American. He might be a Somali American, who knows? But apparently black guy. And then came over to Japan, and for the past 2 weeks has been terrorizing Japanese people, being loud in public, just violating a lot of social constructs and things that are known to be like violations of social code here. And yeah, I do live in Japan, and it's guys like this that make a bad name for the rest of us foreigners and get us looked at with strange eyes and weird looks and labeled as a whole, as a unit. Gives it a justification for more people to, at the very least, slander us with words or just to other us. But that being said, he needs to be held accountable for his actions. I mean, the Yakuza or people like Chimpura, like low-level low-level thugs, have held him accountable. They pulled up on him, at his hotel, found his address, and threatened him. They even beat him down, I think, couple times, choked him out, slapped him, and he still wasn't feeling brazen enough to still mock them. He posted a video apologizing on all fours and what we call here dogeza, which is basically prostrating yourself before someone, throwing yourself at their mercy. But we know he didn't mean it, of course, because he was just so casual saying that. You don't approach things like that with such a casual nature, and your tone, your body language tells us so much. And he was just clearly not being serious. But yeah, it's just signs of what not to do if you come here to Japan, or just anytime you're in a foreign country. You must remember, you are not a citizen of that country, so you are not granted the same inalienable rights that a normal citizen would have, even if you are someone of higher prestige. Which being an American abroad gives you a level of credit. I would say social credit as well, around the globe that other countrymen are not afforded. Simply because America is seen as one of the most powerful countries in the world, which it is, and one of the big wigs that keeps things spinning, has the world revolving in its hands, or whatever you want to say. But that being said, still, you can still be called out and held accountable to some degree, depending on the locals, for your behavior. So yeah, I mean, I've had my run-ins with people, like Japanese people. It's not all perfect, as people say, and there's inherent biases and things that you'll encounter. If you stayed here short term, you might most likely don't know what we're talking about. The longer term residents will tell you about the social ills and things that are unique to Japan for outsiders, what they call gaijin here, foreigners, as well as people. People have an Asian face, but they're not Japanese, or they're not fully Japanese. Is what fits the stereotype. And they get as much flack, if not even more, for not speaking Japanese, not being fluent. Ask a Brazilian who's like a second generation or third generation Japanese person who's coming over. They're not going to be seen the same, looked at the same, talked about the same, and received the same. So yeah, it's so many caveats to that. But that being said, like I said, you're in a foreign country, whether you're you share the blood of the descendants here or not. You have to follow the some sort of rules. Each society has like their own, and here the nail. There's a common saying that the nail that sticks out will be hammered down, and it's expected that most people are going to come in and conform to what everybody else is doing, and it's just a conformist society, and people don't like to stand out for the wrong reasons. Like he was being loud in public, and that's just a big no-no. I mean, even to detriment of some things, because people be encounter a crime, like you can't violate the social rules because even if a crime isn't committed, this is just the law of the land, right? Which is insane. But that's a whole other conversation. But I've had people there's up and down arrows on the stairs. People during rush hour traffic, people go up the wrong side, and I'm like just a stickler. I'm like, no, why the hell are you doing that? So I bumped into people and savagely. I mean, there's even one case where could have fought this dude, but that's another story. You're not paying attention. You're not even here watching. So, but that being said, I haven't drawn attention to myself or been such a persistent pest that people will pull up and be like, hey, all right, bro, I need you to calm the fuck down. And like I said, I have my problems with certain things, and especially people like, oh, hey, show me your card. Bro, what the man? What the fuck did I actually do? And that just pisses me off and whatnot. But going out of your way to just clown people, and he was playing sexual noises on the train, and just disturbing the peace, the harmony, the wa, we call it here the wa, the conscious peace of the society. Of course, some people are gonna rise up to correct you, and they asked him to apologize and things like that. And I can understand if he had a case that he was being the wrong party. They were in the wrong, and they were trying to get over on him. And I went to the Philippines recently, and people public transportation, they haggle and stuff. And man, I don't do this, man. Just give me the fair price. You're trying to get over me just because I'm not from here, and it makes me a target. But which is it's socially acceptable, but I get it. But I'm gonna fight back in my own way. So, but yeah, this is not something that's up for debate. What in the hell? Were you it's clear that he lacks awareness, or well, not I wouldn't say just awareness, but he just doesn't give a. He's doing it for the clicks to views. He's saying at one point in the stream, saying they asked him to apologize. He's like, don't you get is content over everything? I'm like, okay, you're left being threatened over everything, because he just recently they didn't kick him out, but it threatened him enough to make it unpleasant enough that he would sought to leave, and he did. And he's in Indonesia now, Bali, probably putting same stuff. And yeah, man, these things nature is usually self-correcting with its abnormalities, and sooner or later, if he doesn't change his ways, he's gonna get got. It may not just be physical harm, maybe he's punishment by the law. It's sad that they weren't able to to do more. I'm like, this behavior, this is an animal, and a wild animal should be neutered or kicked out, so or just handled, or whatever. That might mean different things for different people and whatnot, but there's no way that he should have been able to run that rampant for 2 weeks, to just go to his hotel and sleep and have peace while he's just here DTPing everybody. Pause. That's not a corn term. Ludicrous. Check them out. But yeah, man. Like I said, there's things that I don't agree with. People on walking, biking, slightly driving as well on the wrong side of the road. It just takes me out, because it's bro, it's written right there. I mean, or it's a social rule that you drive on the opposite side of the road here. That this is the left side, this is the right side. Why the fuck are you on the wrong side? It's I'm in the wrong. I'm about to be it makes you seriously question yourself sometimes. Is it just me, or am I doing things wrong here? No, I'm in the right. So I'm but like I said, I haven't had big run-ins. Most have been with police. But I've met he wasn't even Yakuza. He was Yakuza affiliated, and he was a chimpira, local guy. And I was living in the Kanto area. Search it up. If you don't know, Kanto. But yeah, he was mad cool. But he, those guys are more aggressive because they're trying to they're low on the totem pole, and they're trying to either climb up the ladder, please their higher ups, or just hired guns, or foot soldiers, street soldiers. So their level of self-awareness, discipline and formalities might be a little bit lacking. So I mean, yeah, they might be less fearful. But like people are saying like Yakuza have been mostly squelched, with the power aspect, and they're not what they used to be. Because the most places you go, or a lot of places tied into the nightlife and that underworld, they're run by people affiliated with Yakuza or just some degree, some gangsters. And like you go to a club, you may never know who might be there in attendance. You insult somebody, could end wrong, or just behave yourself. Watch yourself drinking. Just some things you have to be socially aware of, and just use common sense. But common sense sometimes ain't so common. But that being said, man, that's why I used to not F with clubs a lot. Man, I know this is run by somebody that I don't want to run into, whatever. And people, like I said, it's not perfect. People, doing their thing and this, that, and the third. But I just usually haven't run into people that I've caused problems, or we had an issue. Like I said, people crossing paths. I'm like, hey, we gonna check you. We gonna do something or we ain't. That's it. But yeah, man, it's buffoons like this that come over here and then do the stuff, and they leave, and they leave the rest of us holding the bag. We don't I live here, bro. This isn't a vacation for me. This isn't doing some sightseeing or touring. I have to deal with the consequences of your fucking mess, and it's not even I'm hard on him or I'm about the dude, but just don't make more trouble for me. You know what I'm saying? My life is, I'm living here in harmony for the most part, and whatever. I start my neighbors to hate me, whatever. But that's a whole other case. But yeah, follow. Everybody has to follow the rules. Yeah, some rules may be broken, and use your common sense, and like somebody's asking you to do something that goes against your moral code or something like that. Adjust accordingly. But this kind of bullshit just shouldn't be tolerated. Like I said, people I haven't seen any people support him, but there are people that are watching the stream. So obviously, there's people that support this kind of behavior or just get off on it on some level. It's just sick, but yeah, man, it's the fact that they had to go through so much red tape, just to. Because I'm like, man, the police will pull up and do this, that, and violate my rights, and then this guy's out here doing that, and they refuse to touch him. Anyways, we'll see if how things end in Bali or somewhere else. Because just with this guy, I'm expecting bad news at some point.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.